Hi, this is a session that I'm going to record where I'm going to try to configure the synchronization between Google Calendar and uh, coreBOS Calendar. Okay, it's basically just a follow-up of the information that's on the no wiki, but I'm going to do it here just to test, make sure everything's working, and see it and leave it so other people can use it as a reference. Okay, so let's start sharing the screen. Okay, this is a new coreBOS that I just installed for this purpose. It's empty. Empty has the test data, and uh, and besides that, it's just a clean install I just did. Okay, so here are the first steps in the wiki page. Here it's very easy if we go into the wiki coreBOS documentation and you just look for Google and you'll find it right away. This is the first step says that I have to log into my Google account and configure a project there. So let's click on this link, open it up in a new link in a new tab, and I'm going to add a totally new account on Google so it doesn't mix up with the ones I already have, which probably already have some configuration. So this is a totally new account. Excuse me. Okay, so this took us to the API manager. Okay, if we look at this image here, it says that I have to create a project. Okay, let's see. Create your project. Okay. Let's get rid of this. API manager, library, Google APIs. Create a project. Okay, credentials and create a project. It's going to call this coreBOS G calendar. I guess it could be anything. Please send me updates regarding feature announcements. Okay. Now, I agree my use with the service. Obviously, yes. And we create. Okay. Now I have the project here. That will probably give me some keys and the like. The next step is go to the project, click API and Auth section to activate the calendar API for this project. Okay. Okay, so we have to create credentials, API key, OAuth key, service account key, or help me to. Okay, it's an OAuth key. This is not in order. Okay, here we're trying the APIs and auth. This is probably obsolete because Google is changing constantly. So the order is not exactly the same. But if you see here on step 5, it says I have to create a new client ID with the OAuth section. Okay, this is the way that coreBOS integrates with Google. They use the OAuth interface. So we have to choose here in this next step the OAuth client ID. Okay, to create an auth client ID, you must first set the product name on the consent screen. Okay, so the order was correct. Okay, so let's go to the consent screen. And product name shown to the users. We're going to use the same one. It could be anything, I'm sure. That's nothing to, there's no relation. Home page URL. Okay, this is probably here. Apps. This is this step here. Go to the API and auth section. Activate the calendar API. Create the new key. You have to set the values of the authorization screen. Okay, this is the one. We're on this step here. Okay, obviously they have changed the order. The order is not the ones that are here. Okay, so now we're trying to do this one, which is the authorization screen. Okay, this consent screen here that I have here. OAuth consent screen would be the same as the authorization screen we have here. It says now you configure with this app URL. Okay, so let's fill in the data here. Homepage URL. Homepage URL. Okay, homepage URL must be where. No, this is the probably the page of the of the authorization. So when you go into Google, when you go into coreBOS and try to configure the settings, okay, we're basically what we're trying to do now is authorize. Tell Google that coreBOS, your coreBOS install can connect, has permission to connect here. When they do that, you're going to click on a link inside coreBOS, and it's going to redirect you to a page where it's going to tell you, okay, this application, coreBOS in this case, is asking for permission to access your Google Calendar. That screen is what we're trying to fill in here. Okay, so the homepage URL here would probably be where the homepage of the product, the coreBOS, in this case, the coreBOS calendar integration sync. Okay, but if it's another integration which also used OAuth, any type, you would be redirected. It's kind of like where's the information? What application is asking me permission to access my data? Right? It's basically that. So I'm going to put here this page, the Google integration page of the wiki. We'll see. I guess we'll see this page later. A URL for the logo. It could be any logo. I'm not going to go into that. This is also, well, we could get a logo from the wiki also. I guess just so you can see the authorization page. I think there's one here. This one, for example. I think we can get this raw somewhere. There it is. Okay. Let's use this one. Go back a little bit. Return to this page. Okay, so now I have a logo here. This is how your logo will look to the end users. Maximum size. There it is. Okay. Picked up the logo. If we have any privacy policies and terms and policies. Okay, this is just the consent page. When we click on the Google, it's going to ask us for permission. It's just so that the user can have know who's asking for this information. Okay. Okay. Now we have that first page configured, and it says okay. It comes over here and it says, okay, we need a new client ID for this OAuth authorization. Is it going to be an application, web, a service? This is this page. Okay, this screen that's a pop up here now is a flat screen here, and it's asking if it's a web application, if it's an Android app, if it's a Chrome browser app, iOS, PlayStation 4, or some other. In this case, coreBOS is a web application, so we click on the web application. And now it asks us for some additional information for you to create in order to permit you to create this client, you have to set the values for the authorization screen. Okay, the number of the name of the product, the page, and this now. Okay, those steps are kind of vague. Name. Let's put here coreBOS G Calendar. And it's not linked with the other one. It's just to be kind of consistent. Origins, redirect URLs into, okay, authorized JavaScript origins. Okay, this is for, of course, if we were doing this from JavaScript, pure JavaScript, we would need to authorize the domain. Okay, this is where you would say that in this case, okay, this is the install that I'm trying to configure. The install, you can see up here. I think I can zoom in a little bit here. Yeah, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay. Anyway, Here, the CB Google coreBOS org is the application that I'm trying to log into. So this is my domain URL. If we were doing this with JavaScript, which is not the case, I would have to put that domain here in order to authorize it. Okay, I did something wrong there. Web app, coreBOS, G calendar. Okay, and here I'm going to put the C. I would put the CB Google. Oh, come on. Okay. Okay, web application. coreBOS G calendar. Okay, we will put this domain as a valid JavaScript domain. Okay, authorize redirect URLs for use with the request from the web server. Users are redirected after. Okay, this is the important one. Okay, this one, this JavaScript thing is, I don't think it's used at all in our integration. Okay, it doesn't hurt, but I don't think it's neat. The important one is this one. Okay, this one is where we have to put the yourcorebos.com sync PHP. Okay, note that it's Google's telling us here for use with requests from a web server. This is the path you're in your application that users are redirected to after they have authenticated with Google. Okay, so it's important that we redirect here. This is one of the most important steps here. Okay. Here I have to put sync PHP. Okay, this is once we click inside Google, inside our coreBOS, we click on the authorized link. We're going to get redirected to the credential pages that we set up a step before. And once the client says, "Okay, yes, I agree. I can. I'm going to let coreBOS access my Google Calendar." Once they finish, Google's going to send to this page, this URL that I'm putting here, the authorization information. Okay, it's going to say, okay, it's going to send to the script a set of information saying that this user has permitted coreBOS to access their calendar. Okay, and this is where we register all this information so that it keeps on working. So this is the really important link here. Okay, let's create that. And here I have my OAuth information, which I'm going to copy. Okay, this is my client ID. Let's get that. And this is my client secret, which obviously should be secret. Okay, so as soon as I finish recording this session, I will go and I will delete these client ID. Okay, just to make sure that nobody can get into it, even though it is a test account anyway, so it's not really that important, but still. Okay, so now I have my IDs, which are important for configuring the first step in the coreBOS admin, which we'll see later. Okay, so now I have basically all of these steps. I created my project. I have to authorize the calendar on that project. Let's see this. Credentials. Consent screen. No, this is domain verification. API and auth, add domain. You need to verify domain ownership to allow web notifications to be sent to your external. Okay, this is okay. Let's do this. Do I really have to do this? API now section. No, I don't need to do this step. I don't think I need to do this step. No, I'm not looking for this one. I'm looking for, let me see, my dashboard, enabled APIs. This is the one I'm looking for. Okay, the Google Calendar. Google Calendar, where's Calendar here? Okay, I'm trying to do this step here. The first, okay, in the steps here, it says we have to go to this link, which we did. We create the project, and once we created the project, it says that I authorized the calendar API. Okay, these steps have been changed because Google's changing constantly. So I'm looking now to activate this calendar API so it can be, so this user, the user that I'm logged in with in Google, accepts calls with the calendar. Okay, so I come over here to the dashboard, look for all the APIs that Google has, look for the calendar API, and I'm going to go in and activate this about this API, and I'm going to hit the enable button. Okay, that should give me API overview, quotas, errors, latency. Okay, Google Calendar API is set up. Go back to the dashboard. Good. Enabled APIs, Google Calendar API hasn't been called yet. Okay, so now I have my credentials for my project for the coreBOS G Calendar. Okay, up here we see the application, the projects we have. I just have one, it's the coreBOS G Calendar project. I have my OAuth client set up so that I can call in, and I have in this project the Google Calendar API activated. Okay, so that would cover basically the two-step, the project, the authorization, the credentials screen, the web application, the OAuth, and all this stuff. Okay, so basically after that, you can see all the data you need to configure the calendar. Okay, so now we have all the information we need here to configure coreBOS. Okay, so basically with these steps I did here, I have activated my Google account to accept calendar requests. Okay, if this is already okay, well, no, let's continue. Okay, so now the next step is going to coreBOS and set up the link. Okay, so we go to the calendar. Go into the calendar. Go on settings, and down here we have the information, Google authentication for the user administrator. Okay, we configure the authorization for coreBOS to sync with the user, with the OAuth accept and the project, really the coreBOS G Calendar project that we did in Google, with just one user. Okay, the administrator user syncs with the project in Google and the user. Then each user will authorize access to their own calendar. Okay, this is just you do all this setup that I'm doing here, you do only once per coreBOS install. Okay, so the client secret is this one. So I'll copy that. Over here, the API key is you see the API key. Okay, let's come over here. Client ID, client secret, and authorization. Download JSON, read, delete. Okay. Let me see. What is the API key? API key. Let's see. Where is this one? Here it says the client ID. Okay, we need an API key. Okay, let's see if we can find where this is. Okay, I missed a step. Over here, into the dashboard, enabled APIs, active, Google Calendar API. Okay. Okay, I need to create the API key. Okay, so back into credentials. We created the OAuth credentials, but we also need an API key. Not quite sure why, but okay, we create one. Oh, that was easy. Restricted key unauthorized used. Okay, no, it's fine. Obviously, I mean, I did the API key is unrestricted. Okay, I did the unrestricted. Well, just because it was easier. I mean, let's see. Let's restrict it. I mean, HTTP refers, IP address, Android apps. Okay. Ideally, you would restrict it. Okay, restrict it to one refer, one IP address, or whatever. Basically, for security reasons. Okay, so like you do the HTTP refers, and you would put the Google Google here, the URL that your coreBOS is on, just to make sure that the only application that can actually access or use this API key comes from this domain. Okay. It said it could take about 5 minutes to do that. It may take up to 5 minutes for settings to take effect. Well, that's not nice. Okay, I'm going to do the none. Well, okay, let's leave it there and see what happens. Okay, so now I have an API key. It's restricted. Let's copy it and come back over here. Okay, I have the API key. I have my client ID, which is this one. And redirect URL should be this application, I think. The sync page. Yeah, okay. We're back to the sync page also. So I'll copy this again. And we put here sync. And insert from Google also. Insert from Google means that the synchronization will be both ways, not just from coreBOS to Google Calendar, but also the reverse Google Calendar coming in, okay? Okay, so we save that. And Google says, and that's taking a while. That's taking too long, I think. Yeah, this is taking way too long. Let's do it again. Just HTTP. Let's do that again. I'm going to reload this page. Let's do the settings again. And let's give it a try. Okay. Let's go API key, client ID. No, this one. And the client secret is okay. Now open this one up, clear that out. Yeah, okay, that gave an error. Okay. Gave 500, okay. Okay, I know what I did wrong. Yeah, I know what I did wrong. Okay, okay, this is going to be a first session video. This will be the first step. I'm going to hang up now, and I'm going to move. Okay, the problem is that the Google Calendar Sync just works with PHP 5.4 and above, and I installed this on PHP 5.3. So it's not working, obviously. I'm going to delete the whole install here on this server. I'm going to make a new install on another server that we have that has more up-to-date PHP, and I'll pick up a new video session from this point forward. Okay, I'll catch you soon. Thanks.